while they were there, the time came for the baby to be born, and she gave birth to her firstborn son, and she wrapped him in cloths and laid him in the manger because there was no room for them in the inn. Luke 2:6-7. God has this messy plan.
A plan to save the world, and to do that, He would send His Son. Where does the God of the universe send His Son? Where did the Lord of Lords, King of Kings come? To a barn, or a stable, or a manger. Certainly no place fit for a king. But then again, this was no ordinary king.
When I say it was messy, I mean it was messy. It was a barn, a stable. So you've got animals and animal stuff and mud and manure. And I mean, it's a pitiful place, even for people, much less the King of Kings, to be born in. Why would God do that? Well, I can't tell you for sure, because the prophet Isaiah tells us that His thoughts are not our thoughts and His ways are not our ways. But
that same prophet 400 years before said, "All we like sheep have gone astray, each of us to our own way, and that the Lord has laid all our iniquities on Him." Isaiah 53:6. You see, Jesus came to a messy place, a barn. Yeah, that's messy. But He came to a messy world. Why?
Because the shepherd was coming to take care of his sheep, prepare a way for his sheep to go home. It's what a shepherd does. He lives where the sheep live, he sleeps where they sleep, and he eats where they eat. And that got Jesus in a lot of trouble. They were always asking, why is He eating with the sinners? Because that's what a shepherd does. An angel
appeared to the shepherds in the field. This will be a sign to you. You'll find a baby wrapped in cloths in a manger. Do you ever wonder what the sign was? A sign of what?
Maybe it was a sign that Jesus is accessible to everyone. A sign that God, who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, can relate to a homeless person. Because Jesus never had a home. He never had a place to rest His head. Maybe it was a sign that God would have nothing to do with social status of mankind. But it was a sign
for us that we should follow suit. In fact, the Apostle Paul would later write in Philippians 2:5-7 that we should have the same attitude of Jesus Christ, who being in the very nature of God, did not consider equality with God something to be grasped, but made Himself nothing, becoming a servant, being made in human likeness.
You see, being a servant is messy, but Jesus set this incredible example for us. He got down on His knees and washed feet. The God of the universe got on His knees. He's the God who came to the world and was laid in a manger, a feed trough of all places. Why such a messy place? Because He was following a messy plan.
So, needless to say, that first Christmas was dirty. It was grimy. It was filthy. But thank God it was, because without it, what a mess we'd be in.
From the Victory Chapel of Youth, Merry Christmas!